Here they come. It's hard to see on this. Can you hear them? The Canada geese? It's Canada geese, not Canadian geese, as many people say, because I know this from being on the Maine Birds Facebook page, even though I'm not on Facebook right now because I am straightening my house out and straightening my life out, so I don't have the bandwidth to be on Facebook and post and see other people's lives and stuff right now. I'm just not able to. But I'm getting things cleaned up and take now that the weather's a little nicer. It's gonna be cold, I think Monday, Tuesday, but I think it's supposed to be 50 today. So I came down here in the morning. Ice isn't quite out yet. March 27th, and it usually goes out third week of April, so this is early. Today is Maine Maple Sunday. I'm not going in to stand in line for maple syrup. I've done it before. We used to go with Robert, so it's a fun outing for us. Here comes Brewster. Hi, Brewster. What up? What up, buddy? Hello, come here. See them birds over there? Way far away. Hey, who's a good boy? Who's a good kitty? And he was a rescue because he got abandoned, and I knew he was in this cabin next door, and nobody was coming back for him, and the other people were too busy to check, so I went and got him. And, you know, don't abandon a cat with no food. She could have knocked on my door. She did knock on my door, and she took my bottle money, my bottle returns, so she could put gas in her car or something. I don't know. I was like, okay. And they were just going away, and I thought they were coming back, and they didn't. And I walked in there, and the cat was sitting there with no food. He was sitting on the counter like he was waiting for me. And I got him in the carrier easily, got him up to the cabin. And there's a couple days of growling with him and Moneypenny, and Kate will run away because he's a scaredy cat. Look at him. He loves being out here with me. He won't go on the road. He doesn't catch birds. So he's not bringing birds to my door. Although he'll watch them through the window. He does not catch birds and drop them at the door like some do. So I think they're safe. But I think he's part coon because he's quite large. He's very mellow, intelligent, doesn't meow a lot. I might have heard him chirp. And, you know, so I'm glad I have him. It's just that there's a couple other females that are around, and some of the neighbors are saying on the next door up, they're saying, what are these cats? I don't know if it's these ones that somebody put out or another ones, because they're all black and white or white and black, and I can't keep track of them anymore. But there's not a cat in my basement anymore as far as I know. This cat was hunting, and it left, and it probably found somebody to take him in, or her in. I heard the geese, and I'm like, here they come. Pretty soon we're going to get the ducks, and we'll have, the geese will come over here, and they will nibble on this, and I'll look out the window from up above, and I'll see them nibbling on this grass over here. They like it a lot. And I'll see ducks out my kitchen window in a puddle or something. But I'll see the mama ducks, and if you get up real early, you can see the mama ducks come from there all the way around with all the babies behind them. They sit up on my porch. I cleaned it off. It seems sturdy enough, so I'm going to use it. Life's too short, right? Learned that when my husband died, especially when they neglected to address this issue, and he died a year later. I'm still waiting to hear back from that, but in my mind, you know, I'm not an attorney, so I'm letting them do their job or not as they see fit. But in my mind, those people killed my husband because they saw a scan. Somebody saw a scan, and they diagnosed him with HHT, which is a liver disease, and it gets worse with age, but it can be treated. Maybe he could have got a liver transplant. I'll never know. I'm not a doctor, and I did what these people told me to, and then they put him in the hospital for useless procedures, and I lost out on time with my husband, and they added home health care nurses, and I didn't ask for that, and I knew the deal because I'd done that with my father-in-law when he was dying of heart failure. I was his hospice sole home caretaker, and my husband was working out of the house while I was caretaking this older gentleman. And I know the whole routine. And it was thrust upon me without anybody sitting down and consulting with us and saying, you know, listen, he's at his end of life. What do you want to do? What are your wishes? And because we both would have said, spend time together, not go through a bunch of procedures in the hospital that would make him suffer and separate us, especially during COVID. And I'll never forgive that look of that loss of that time with my husband from those people. They took him away from me by neglecting to treat his condition. And a year for the scan that they had found, and then a year later he was dead. And in between then, they ignored, neglected, and then put him through useless procedures that wouldn't have extended or saved his life, and in fact tortured him, like forcing him not to eat and drink for days on end with all this scoping and stuff. I'm never going to forgive those people. I don't care what they say about forgiveness. I'm never going to forgive them, and I hope they rot in hell. Have a nice day.